In other news, almost 4 months ago, the Shore Club, which is a $100 million condo hotel project being developed on Long Bay Beach, broke ground and started construction, which has been making considerable progress. Progress which the Premier got to see firsthand in a recent visit to the site. Earlier today, I sat down with the developer Stan Hartling to talk about that progress and more. Listen. Mr. Hartling, a lot of activity clearly going on at the Shore Club site. We saw the time lapse online, and the Premier actually visited the site on May 15. How did that visit go?
Yeah, look, we were excited that the Premier took the time to come out personally, and I think, to be fair, the entire team and all the workers really enjoyed it too. It really showed that there was a lot of progress taking place, and there's a lot of energy. When you go to the site, the team, the workers that are there are doing an unbelievable job of keeping on schedule, and he seemed very delighted. He came on a good day. We were pouring, had a big pour going on, so we've seen all kinds of action, and I think he was quite amazed by how far that we had come along in such a short period of time. We're almost at the third floor now, so for those that are curious and want to drive out, you can actually start seeing the project as you enter into it. It's going to be beautiful when you see it coming into the neighborhood there. I'm quite pleased. But you know, there was a lot of accolades coming from the workers that were on site in terms of just feeling very positive that there's momentum happening again in Turks and Caicos.
That's actually good. We can see the time lapse actually playing out in the back of us.
Yeah, that's great. And there's a YouTube link to that, and it's just wonderful to watch. You literally see from day one where the bulldozers go in, and it takes a picture every 10 minutes. And
watching that progression. Yeah. So what does this first phase consist of?
Well, it'll when complete, it finishes in two parts. One is December 2015, which will complete the two residential buildings, the 3 pools and pool bars, etc. And that'll form in essence a soft opening. During that time, we will then complete spas, restaurant, lobby, etc. and expect to fully open the resort about 4 to 6 months thereafter. And it'll allow us a little more of a phased transition instead of a real hard, abrupt opening. Give us a chance to sort of get the owners settled in and get those transactions finished.
And last time we spoke, I think that was almost 4 months ago, you told us about the partnership between the Shore Club developers and the Deco, which is a Dart Enterprises company from Cayman Islands. How is that partnership going?
Yeah, it's going wonderful, and I think Deco sees this as a very positive. We've had good sales in the first quarter, and they're really pleased with how the progress is coming. I think they continue to be enthused on Turks and Caicos. You know, this was a major, a lot of work went into getting Deco comfortable and being here. They're a very diligent firm and do a lot of due diligence and see a lot of deals come across their desk. So they are very pleased to date. I'm happy to report, and I think that I would really want to encourage further discussions with them as we see other opportunities exist.
And we always talk about the workforce when it comes to projects of this nature and of this size. One of the things the Premier commented on in the press release regarding his visit was that he was actually delighted about the amount of Turks and Caicos Islanders on the site. What are the numbers like?
Yeah, and I don't have the exact, to be fair, but my sense of it is it's probably over 50%. But it also sways in that, you know, some of the skilled and semi-skilled sort of goes more towards that group because there's a lot of good talent there. And then, you know, you'll see maybe less of that in some of the straight labor. It's just a natural sort of composition. But we're very pleased. And like I say, the workers that are there, I go out to the site and it's such a nice vibe. People are very friendly. I've had a lot of people come up and say thanks for really making this happen, and that makes my day when I see the guys, everybody going out there, and it looks like a beehive. When you watch the time lapse video, it literally looks like ants. So
it keeps on moving.
Yeah,
it keeps on moving.
They're doing everything they can, and again, as we talked about, our philosophy with this was to break it down into smaller contracts. We didn't let this out as one large contract, so the amount of people employed locally we're hoping will continue. We don't directly do the employment, that happens with the contractors, but it's been broken down into smaller contractors so that they can then reach out to their contacts in the community, and really it's helped with the participation greatly.
And speaking of the community, we know going back to the groundbreaking ceremony, we saw a number of school students there. Have they visited the site? Because one of your pegs was that it's good to have them involved from the very beginning, and throughout the process,
Yeah.
not just at the end.
And the feedback to that's been great, both even coming back through our own staff and teams saying that, you know, they're getting a lot of excitement from the kids. The awareness as well of the children, and the feedback we've gotten from other employers who were at the job fair and saying that they've made positive contacts. I know I've got a few names that I'm keeping that when those students become available, we're going to have a discussion. But look, it's really raised the awareness. What I'd like to do for the next class as well, and we would do maybe an invite here, either over the summer while the kids are out of school, to maybe put something in the paper like an invite day where we can maybe arrange a tour, and we'll have refreshments there and things, and those kids that really continue to have the interest and would like to see the progress can come and meet the construction team firsthand and really take a walk around the site. I think we'll be getting close to doing that soon. The site is a little more hairy, so to speak, in the early days with a lot of rough construction, but as that comes to an end, we'll be able to safely do a tour with kids that would like to do that.
Okay, and speaking of the construction, let's talk about the selling of the units. How has that been going for you?
It's good. We're not, you know, I think even when I said, and it probably still carries in the opening speech to the students, was, you know, remember you're in a day of opportunity, not prosperity. And there's a difference. Prosperity is everything you touch turns to gold and you're just sitting there taking orders. But opportunity means that there's things there if you want to develop them and you really want to dig. It's the same with the sales. They're there. The confidence in the market is coming up. People are still, we're not sitting in 2005, and I don't know if we will sit in 2005 or need to, but the sales are there. We're good, but we're working hard to get them, and it is all based around reputation, being comfortable with the financing. So the reason that's happening is because we've put all those components together. Without it, I think you'd have an uphill battle today. But the more and more people get confidence in the destination, which I see growing greatly, we're going to see more of this.
So are you more than 50% pre-sold?
Yeah, we're about 60% right now,
Okay.
and we've done probably maybe 8 million in sales since the thing. So since we've announced, and that's really positive, and a lot more in it. Just people's decision-making time. What used to be maybe in the busy days would be a matter of a month is now taking a little longer. So getting through that process a little longer, a little more patience, but that's okay. Got lots of it.
Again, that was an interview conducted earlier today with the developer of the Shore Club project, Mr. Stan Hartley.